Welcome to Hi Felicia. Hi Felicia, hi Felicia.
Hello, Mama Felicia, Mama Fifi.
Hello, Marni.
In honor of We Were the Lucky Ones, I know.
It's Fefe.
Fefe. Fifi Fefe.
I know.
I'm drinking this weird drink, non-alcoholic. It's like a mushroom powder that is a coffee latte flavor. You mix it with hot water. And I'm just going to sip this and let you all know how I feel by the end of this hour.
Is it a health thing? Is it for health or just?
I have no idea.
Okay.
I have no idea, but we'll see. So I'm back from California. I was away for 2 weeks. And first week I was there, I didn't get anything done TV-wise, show-wise, but I made up for it. So let's start off with... We can't not talk about Taylor Swift's album drop.
Well,
she's rolling her eyes.
When we say we, you mean you.
But did you see all the news around it? Have you seen all the media about it?
Whenever I see Taylor Swift's name, I just gloss over it. I don't care. Sorry.
So she drops this album at midnight Friday.
Right. And it's a double thing or something?
So just wait. Now,
Okay.
I didn't realize, if it's midnight, it's going to be 9 o'clock for me in California. So I was like, all right, I'll listen to it. I'm like, every song sounds the same. Okay. Every song sounds the same. Fine. I wake up at 5 a.m. and I see more tracks. She dropped a double album at 2 a.m. and it's now a 31-track album. This is what I want you to think about for Taylor Swift. Now, when I was in high school, or in 1999 when Britney Spears and Christina Aguilera were the biggest thing, and let's not forget, I wanted literally a tramp stamp because of Britney Spears. Taylor Swift is
Thank God you didn't do that.
But is Taylor Swift not the role model that we would all want for our girls? Let's think about it.
Not with all the boyfriends she's had, but who cares? It doesn't matter.
She's not like hoeing around.
How old is she now?
I think she's like mid-30s. But like this girl is so smart and talented. She's such a great writer. And what I'm finding from this album is I might not love the music. Like Beyonce's album on repeat, fucking love it. This album though is like journal vomit. Like she writes these diaries or journals. She must keep really good diary entries to write about ex-boyfriends.
I think they call them journals nowadays.
Diary, journals,
whatever.
Same thing.
Right.
Voice to text. Who knows what the kids are doing these days?
She's not a kid anymore.
Who knows what the young adults are doing these days? She's a young adult. That's considered 20s. She's,
She's in her 30s, you said.
That's a young adult.
Well,
I am a young adult.
Yeah.
As I approach my midlife century. But my point is that she, listening to the lyrics, I'm like, this is really great. She's 35, Casey. She's 35, fine. But listen to me, Mom. She's a great lyricist. Like, did you hear about like the song she did about Kim Kardashian?
No.
She
bashed her, right?
Bashed, but this is her.
I
She's
don't know
brilliant.
why I pick up on those negative things, but I do.
The song is called Thank You, Amy. And in the track, the letters K, I, and M are titled Caps Lock. It's unbelievable. And she's just like, yeah, you ruined my life. You were like a bully. And now your daughter's probably going to sing this song that I wrote, and I'm a legacy. Because Kim Kardashian, like when remember when Kanye came out for the award show?
Yeah, that was awful on his, because he's a nut job.
I know, but like Kim was part of that like whole backlash, and she like edited a voicemail from Taylor, and like Kim wasn't nice. She was not nice.
Okay. Payback's a bitch.
But it's funny because you don't think she's a role model because she has a lot of boyfriends. That's ridiculous, Mom.
No.
It's not like she's got a different boyfriend every week.
No.
This woman's 35. So by the time, if I hadn't met Casey at 27, you know how many boys I would have been fucking around with? You don't even want to know.
You're right.
The amount of men
Thank you, Casey.
By the age of 27, I could have written 25 albums.
All right, let's not go there. Okay. God.
I just thought that you would honor and respect my feelings that I think she's a great role model.
I honor and respect that. And she looks great, and she takes care of herself, and she's great.
Although she is claiming on one of these tracks that maybe she was an alcoholic and she was supposed to be sent to rehab, a functioning alcoholic. But wow. I mean, the people really are digging deep into the lyrics, and I love going on a big TikTok.
I don't know why people are so obsessed with this stuff. There's so many more important things out in the world, but I guess it's...
Mom, you're talking to somebody who opens TikTok and fucking goes into a black hole of people dancing. Right? Tell us about your.
Wait, it's a 2-hour black hole.
And what happens? What pops up for you?
All my either Korean stuff
On TikTok?
Yeah.
Like what kind of Korean stuff pops
just
up?
the actors and all the, actresses, whatever they're doing. And of course, all the dance stuff, which I do love.
She loves dancing.
I love dancing.
So, you know what, Mom? There's a lot of other important things in the world. That's what you just said.
I don't look at the news because it's very depressing.
That's nor do the T-Swizzies.
Have you seen any of her concerts yet? I mean,
no,
live?
I never saw her in concert.
Okay.
I'm not like a Taylor Swift fan.
I mean, because you're not 15.
Mom, do I have to be 15 to like Beyonce right now?
No, Beyonce. You can't compare Beyonce to Taylor. All right, let's not even.
These are two women who are like taking over.
I agree.
Media.
I agree with you.
And I bet you J-Lo is turning over like this is the album I should have had.
Maybe.
Like she just can't. The music doesn't resonate. But I want to say, sure. I think Taylor's songs all kind of sound the same. But there's one song that I think is the best, and it's called Florida.
Let my people go.
With Florence and the Machine. And it is hands down the best album. It's about like Florida's a drug and da-da-da. It's a great song. I think it's the best one. And I also enjoy all the little Easter eggs. Have you ever heard of like Easter eggs regarding like a TV show or a music?
Yes.
So what does that mean, Felicia?
It means they're dropping they're putting out something that is either for the future or the past.
No.
Tell me.
Felicia, Easter eggs means like there's hints.
Of
anything. So like, Thank You, Amy, that song, the Easter egg was it's about Kim Kardashian.
Oh.
Or a song on the album, her talking about some guy who said, if the sex was only as good as the conversation, who's that Easter egg? We think John Mayer. So it's like little Easter eggs, little hints, and you got to decipher it. I think that's such a fun way to go. I love it. I love it. Okay. Felicia's over T-Swizz. So
over it.
Do you remember our whole bit about biopics? Well, there is going to be a new biopic with Chris Farley, directed by Josh Gad. I know you know who Josh Gad is.
Absolutely. Oh, who's playing him?
Paul Walter Hauser. And if you saw him, you would recognize him.
Okay.
He's been in some other movies, but Casey loves Chris Farley.
That should
I'm
be
into
really
it. I'm
interesting.
very into
When are
it.
they doing that? And
I
where's
don't know. I don't know any details.
Okay.
And also exciting for my family is J.J. Abrams is reportedly in talks to direct a film that pays homage to Back to the Future, starring Timothée Chalamet.
Oh, I love
Chalamet.
I love him.
And Lennon, my son, loves Timmy.
Okay.
In other news that's related to you, Felicia, Disney is continuing its expansion in Asia Pacific with
Of course they are.
Low Life. And I feel like, side note, have you ever gone to Disney Plus to watch K shows?
Yes.
Oh.
But wait a minute. Just so you know, usually I can't find it on Disney Plus. Do I have to? First of all, Disney Plus blocked me out. I no longer
have to log you back
I know
in.
you do. But usually whatever is on Disney Plus is on Hulu.
So they're going to do something called, this sounds cool. It's a show called Low Life, a Korean drama slated to premiere, you're right, Disney Plus and Hulu.
Of course.
Next year.
And does it say
Centered on a fisherman who discovers a lost treasure.
Oh, I love it.
You
It's
love it.
Little fantasy. We love a little fantasy, maybe. I'm assuming that's what it is. Great.
Okay, that bit is for you. Now,
I'm watching stuff on Hulu that's from Disney Plus.
I didn't realize that they totally share a library.
Yeah, but it's hard to find sometimes. You have to always go to search, blah, blah, blah. It doesn't come up right away. Anyway.
This next update, and I hope I'm surprising my husband, Casey Ellis. Casey, turn around. Let me see your cute little face. I have news for you. Are you ready? Pamela Anderson is set to join Liam Neeson in
Naked Gun remake.
Yes! Did you know? How did you know the Naked Gun reboot?
Oh,
How did you know?
Really?
He's been so busy. I've been away. He's working. He's holding down the fort, the house.
he's
He's
very
making
busy.
lunch. He's making
Yeah.
dinner. He's taking Lennon to piano, to drums, to tennis. He's so busy. How did you know? How did you know?
I just make the time. I do the research before the podcast.
Wow, I really thought like Casey lives and breathes for Naked Gun. So that was some news. Also, there was a lot of Bravo tea this past week, which I know you don't care about, but people do.
I know.
Housewives left and right. They're not returning. They're fired. Robin from Potomac was let go. I don't know why. Crystal, the beautiful.
Yeah, she's not returning. That I read.
You read that Crystal wasn't returning.
Right, but I don't know if she was fired or it was her
I
own
think
decision.
she was kind of let go. And then
Okay.
Candace, who decided to not return, is pregnant. So I just think it's funny when there's Bravo tea, it just comes flooding. In other Bravo T news, I read last night that Brittany is no longer following Jax.
Oh, I
Or
wonder.
her publicist on Instagram. Her publicist, which means she's going to fire somebody because wait for this.
Yeah.
Jax was seen in a picture cozying up to her publicist. Now, I know they're separated and they could fuck whoever they want.
Well, technically, you're really not supposed to.
But I think they made I think they made an agreement
Probably.
that they could start seeing other people. But how shitty of that publicist and of Jax Taylor. But Jax, it's expected from, but not the publicist.
Yeah, I would have been pissed.
Poor Brittany. I feel bad for her.
But you know what? The writing was on the wall, and she ignored it.
You're right, Felicia.
The writing was on the wall from the get-go. What did she think? You can't change these men. You
Once
can't.
a cheater, always a cheater.
But he's a dick.
I know. And nothing's real about his face. He actually said it this week.
He is really
He's
a
like,
dick.
not one real tooth in my mouth.
And over the past few years when he's been on Andy's show, Andy just rips at him, and Jax goes, I'm expecting this. I know.
I'll never forgive him. He blocked me, and I will forever be blocked until I meet him one day in person and I say, Jax, unblock me.
Great. Okay.
Wow. That was the news. Let's go on to what we watched this week, a little circumcised gems. I told you last time, I think you would love The Sympathizer. Did you try it?
Well, I
On
know
Max.
it's about right after. I don't know if it's during the Vietnam War or after. And I know they bring somebody up. The subject matter does not interest me, so I have to.
About Vietnam War?
Right. Because it's very depressing for me.
So
And
all
when
your
they-
K-dramas don't have...
No. But when they do something with the K-drums, when they do a North and South Korea, that upsets me also. So I don't watch those either, unless it's a positive outlook.
So you only like dramas that have like a love story in
I
it?
love love stories, fantasy.
Sci-fi.
Sci-fi, funny, blah, blah.
And this was the one with Robert Downey Jr.
Yes, who is great. I
Right?
love him. I mean, I might give it a shot, if I'm desperate and need to watch something. But right now, I'm not desperate.
So you didn't watch that, but did you give time to your Korean shows?
Marni, that's the only thing I give time for.
Wow.
I love, and I told you, if I have to go back and repeat the ones that I love, I do. But I always have to, that's all I watch.
60 seconds on the clock. And 3, 2, go.
I love my Korean dramas. It's nothing like American. Even if I didn't watch new stuff, I go back to the old stuff, and I can't. They drop 2 episodes a weekend for new things, and I watch them immediately, and then I have nothing during the week, so I'll go back and watch some old ones or watch things that I hadn't watched. Remember, with all the things that come up on Viki and Netflix and Hulu, I stay home a lot, which is awful on my part. I need to get out more, and I have to stop this. Anyway. Enough of that.
Hitting the mark. Oh my God, Felicia. You guys, I think this mushroom tea is hitting me a little.
A little bit mushrooms, LSD.
What's your experience with mushrooms? Did you ever take them?
I never did mushrooms. They were LSD. It was LSD.
Were mushrooms not a thing?
I don't remember. You know what? It's been so long ago. Let's remember how old I am. And I remember doing. I guess
you always talk about you did acid and
well,
fentanyl.
that's LSD.
Oh, acid's LSD.
Yeah, as far as I remember.
Did that make you
hallucinate?
It made you hallucinate. I don't like hallucinating.
Well, neither did I. I didn't do it. If I did it twice, it was a lot.
Mushrooms don't make you hallucinate.
Okay,
unless you're doing too much. I think.
I guess I never did mushrooms.
But if you microdose it,
there was never such a thing.
Do you want
to
try it with me?
No.
You don't want to do a little mushroom with me?
No, absolutely not.
Oh my God. So I know you're saying nothing was on this week, but we both connected on a show this week that if you're not watching it, stop what you're doing and start this show. 1, 2, 3.
Sugar.
Sugar on Apple TV.
It is so fabulous if you like that genre.
So rare that me and you just fucking love a show.
Right.
I literally the night before I flew, I was like, I'm going to go to bed early. For me to not be able to stop watching means this got me.
So good.
So there's, I think, 4 episodes out.
Yes.
Are you up to date?
Yeah, absolutely.
So it's with Colin Farrell, who literally could not be hotter in this role.
I love him in this show. And I love him, by the way. It's almost like an old detective. I love the way they go back to some of the old black and white movies.
It's so good. So it's about
and James Cromwell, who by the way is
who's that?
James Cromwell plays the grandfather who hires him.
Oh yeah, love.
He is
love.
I mean, he's
so basically,
really old now.
it's about a big time Hollywood producer. I'm going to say
James Cromwell,
but I'm going to say, is it like a Robert Evans, like for real Hollywood people? I don't know, not a Robert Evans, somebody nicer. A prominent Hollywood family. His granddaughter goes missing, and he hires a PI. And that's
specialized PI.
John fucking Sugar. If I get another animal in this house in the next 10 years, great name for a pet, Sugar.
Yes.
Right? You like this?
By the way, I adore this show.
So do I.
Love it. I wish they would drop more than one episode a week.
I know.
I mean, I keep because I forget.
I think it's every Friday.
It is every Friday.
So,
but I keep forgetting when they come out. So every day I go, okay, is it coming up? Because I don't remember. I have so many shows.
Did you watch Ray Donovan on Showtime?
Yes, I did.
It's giving me Ray Donovan vibes a little, to the point where it's like he's a Hollywood fixer. Do you know what I mean?
Yes, but Sugar is all over the world.
Sugar speaks every fucking language.
Because he's brilliant.
It's unbelievable.
I want to know what's wrong with him, though. He's got a little health issue.
There's a health issue going on.
We don't know
hand
what it is. It's his hand.
I don't want to give away. I don't want to give away too many spoilers because the whole season's not out yet. And I really think this is now tracking as the number 4 top show on Apple TV. But when I watch this show, I think this is a show. Palm Royale, I fucking strike through on my media diet list. I'm done with fucking Palm Royale.
Told you.
It did nothing for me.
Nothing.
It didn't want me to watch the next one. I felt like I was watching an SNL sketch. I was like, I'm done.
Right.
John Sugar.
Love.
And some great other cameos are in it.
Absolutely, yes.
The woman who played the mom in Breaking Bad.
Yes.
She's in it.
Yes. Yes. I don't
Anna
know
Gunn.
Yeah, I don't know their
She's
names.
in it.
But
There's a guy from Ozark who's in it who's one of the smart guys that's like in this club that he's in.
Right.
He was in
but it's
Ozark.
Not a club.
So he's in like a society.
Who's the guy
of
who plays the grandson who's a dick?
Davey.
Davey.
So I
know I've seen him before.
I think he was in a show. Oh, this isn't dating me, but this was like it's a real throwback. There was a show Matthew Perry was in called Studio 60, I believe.
Oh.
And I want to say he played.
I did see that show.
He was in it.
Could be, but he's been
as
in a
like
lot
an
of
SNL person.
Yeah, but he's been in other things. I call him the kid.
And
He's
I
not
also
a kid
think
anymore.
Amy Ryan, the woman who's in it,
Yes.
she gives me Arquette vibes. Like she feels like she's an Arquette, but she's not an Arquette.
She's not.
But at first when I saw it, I was like, is that...
Tell the people who an Arquette is. Not everybody knows.
David Arquette, Patricia Arquette.
Right. Well, not everybody knows that.
You're right. Not everybody knows.
Okay.
Felicia, school them.
Right.
So John Sugar has a fascination with old Hollywood movies.
Right.
So there are these flashbacks. Now, I've never really got into old Hollywood, but do you know these movies?
Yes, I know a lot of them. Absolutely. I love old black and whites. And they were before my time,
Right.
but I watch, when they're on, occasionally I watch them.
Really?
Don't ask me a name.
There was, and this isn't like a spoiler, but there was a scene where he goes to this movie premiere.
Yes.
And this actress, this Lorraine.
Well, that's not
is
real.
that fiction? That's
No,
what I was
that's
going to ask.
fictional.
That's
That's
fictional.
not real.
Okay.
That's not real.
Okay. This is the show of the week that everybody needs to start watching.
So good.
And I do want to say the first episode was a little slow, but then it
doesn't
picks
matter.
up.
I loved it.
For people that might think it's slow, stick with it because it becomes like this mystery. And it's like true crime.
It's
meets Ray Donovan.
Meets an old. There used to be a writer, Raymond Chandler, I think. Many. I mean, and I never read the books, but he always did detective-y, and that's kind of the genre. I think.
Okay,
that's what it is.
Like did you ever do like Murder She Wrote with Angela Lansbury?
Well, a million years ago, I did watch it. Did
it
I
giving
watch
you
it?
that vibe?
No, better. No. But this is really a great detective movie.
What made you put this on? Because I'm going to tell you, I kind of saw it on Apple TV, but I immediately stopped everything in my hotel room, did not go out to watch this show because you told me you were watching it.
Well, I happen to really like Colin. I really like him. I don't know why. I just do.
Have you seen the trailer where he looks unrecognizable as the Penguin?
No.
Because your mind is going to
really
be
good for him. I'm glad he's got work. Because he's
going to be out of fucking work? No. Has that man ever had a lull?
I think he was an alcoholic for a while, and I think he was in AA. And I don't know that. I don't know why
Casey,
I'm saying
Google
that. That's in the top of my.
So maybe he's sober now.
I think he is. And he has a child that has some sort of disability.
Really?
Yes. And I'm not quite sure what it's either autism.
How do you know this?
Because the shit stays in
know,
my head.
I know.
I don't know why.
You can never tell me again that there's other stuff in the world and you can't even think about Taylor Swift when all you know is this random shit about Colin Farrell.
Yeah, because I only know random.
Casey, what?
Yeah.
Yeah, what?
He's a recovering alcoholic.
He's a recovering alcoholic.
This is Alcoholics Not So Anonymous now, I guess.
Right,
Not
not so
anonymous.
much. Right,
Does
right.
he how many years of sobriety? Do we know?
Wow.
It's 2006.
2006.
Yeah.
Well, good things happen when you stay clean.
Yes, and he's a great actor.
So
Yes.
I cannot wait to show you. Let's pull it up, Casey. Him as Penguin.
Okay.
Because he's like big. He's gross looking,
unrecognizable.
But he's so hot in this. And I also the hotel that he like lives at reminds me of the chateau.
Absolutely. Or there's another hotel that.
What?
The Beverly Hills Hotel. This is the Beverly, not the Chateau.
No,
it's the Beverly Hills Hotel, which
yeah.
has bungalows, and
But the Chateau Marmont has bungalows.
Does it?
Yes.
Are you sure?
Yes.
Okay, but I know it's really reminiscent of the Beverly Hills Hotel.
I keep thinking, and this is a spoiler, kind of. I hope nothing bad happens to that dog.
Oh, I was just about to say I love that dog, and I'm so glad he took the dog in.
I know.
I love it. I love it.
Wait, you want to show the trailer? Let's show. Oh, show her that. Give me your phone. Give me your phone. We're gonna show Felicia the picture. Close your eyes, Mom. Close your
I
eyes.
can see from here. It's
effing G.
Let me see.
It's coming to Max. It's not even going to be a movie.
Oh God!
I think it's a series. Are you ready for it? Are you going to watch? Are you going to watch? Speak.
Wow.
Speak,
that
Mom.
does not look like him. Wow, that's a lot of makeup and prosthetics, and that's not him. Are you sure that's him? Who plays? So that's the Penguin, but who plays?
Oh my God,
Batman. I know he's unreal.
It's about the Penguin, Mom.
Oh, okay.
Oh
Okay.
my
well,
God.
We'll see.
It's going to be a
if
series.
it doesn't catch me on the first or second, it's not going to catch me.
But you just said you loved him.
I do, but if the show is shitty, the show is shitty.
Also, he always wears a thin black tie. He's always in a suit.
You mean in the show?
In Sugar.
Yes.
Now, there was a time period, I don't know if you recall this, when Casey Ellis, my husband, moved to New York City.
Yeah.
And he said to me, I'm going to wear a white button down and a black skinny tie every single day.
I don't remember that.
And I think it lasted maybe a week or two. Right, Casey?
I don't know, but I'm cutting all of this. It really doesn't matter.
And it gave me Casey vibes.
Okay.
Because he, for a moment in his life, was like, I'm going to wear this every single day. And I was like, all right, we'll see how long this lasts.
Right.
I know, Felicia, that you don't care about Bravo. But maybe we could give me a minute on the clock. I just want to talk about two things this week for Bravo.
Go for it.
So, Vanderpump Rules. My love of the season is LaLa. Now, I'm sure you heard that she's having a baby.
Yes, I've
on
seen
her
her
own.
Yes, on her own.
On her own.
Which means there was
She did a sperm donor.
Okay.
Now, on the show,
Right.
they made a ridiculous party, like at Lisa's backyard, where all of her friends came and they voted on who the sperm donor should be. That was for television, okay?
Oh,
and Lisa
okay.
kept saying, LaLa, are you sure you want to do this by yourself? And this is why I fully respect LaLa Kent and I fucking adore her. She was like, I do not want to have any ties to a man.
God bless. I
If you
agree.
could
If you could afford it, yes.
And you want another fucking kid for your child, and you think and know she's like, the one thing I know is I'm a good mom. She wants another kid. I respect
that. Absolutely.
think she's amazing. And apparently people are complaining that she's like being too hard on Ariana because, LaLa too was a mistress at some point. But I just love all things LaLa. Okay? That's what I want to say.
By the way, how old is she, LaLa?
I really need to. She's probably in her 30s too, Casey. We're really turning to Casey a lot for this.
But
she's in her 30s.
If she can afford it, go for it.
And look, she could easily meet a man, but I feel like LaLa in the back of her mind knows if she meets a man, she will not stay with this man because every man in LA in that circle is cheating.
Yeah,
33.
She's got to move.
She's 33.
Oh, she's young.
She's young.
I have to say.
Well, when you get all the work done, right?
Yeah, she looks older.
She looks
she
older.
Really does.
Yeah, she does.
They all look older.
They all look older.
You
right?
look younger than them.
Thanks, Mom.
You do.
Well, when you don't do any work on your face and you use Korean skin products.
Shout out Korean skin products.
Wow, Mom, thank you. I think when you get a lot of work done, her lips, her face,
maybe.
but I just love her. And I know people like the internet, the sleuths went crazy over this stupid party that she had, but clearly that was for the show. I doubt she would have done that if there wasn't a camera crew.
Right.
You know?
Absolutely.
It was stupid.
Money is money, and she's obviously getting paid, I would assume at this point.
And she's got branded deals.
Right. Good for her.
I mean, that reminds me of the whole Caitlin Clark debacle about the basketball girl. Did you hear about that?
She's all over the place now.
Her salary is $74,000 a year.
As opposed to the male superstars.
But she'll make it all up with her Nike
I know, but it's not
ads.
fair.
It's so fucked up. But the explanation, I understand.
Is?
The NBA brings in a lot more money than the WNBA. So the WNBA doesn't have the money to pay her.
Right. Well, that's a shame.
They're like,
but
4-year contract
people
for
have been talking about her
It's
for the
insane.
past 2 weeks. I would say 2 weeks.
Yeah.
Yes.
It's really insane
It
that
is.
she's getting paid nothing.
Right.
But she'll make it all an ad. So
Endorsements.
my other Bravo, stand by. I need to take a sip of this mushroom tea, whatever this is. It's weird. It's got this. It's not bad. I should take a picture of the
Package.
Yeah, I will. I'll take it out of the garbage. I have no problem leaning back in. My other Bravo fandom this week is on The Valley. Okay, The Valley is Jax Taylor spinoff. Now, the first few episodes, the drama, whatever. This week really tugged at my heart, and I'll tell you why.
Okay.
Here is a show about couples, newly married, new babies, and the struggle of staying married,
Affording things,
having time to have sex with your partner, not fighting over who does what. And it felt for the first time that it wasn't like drama. It was like, fuck, these women are struggling.
Are they all working also in addition?
Yes,
Because that's
most
the
of them.
struggle.
Most of them are
That's
working.
the
Some of them,
struggle.
but a lot of them just like one just had a baby and she's going through postpartum. She has she has like a 2-year-old and then she just had twins and she was Miss USA and she's gorgeous and she's like, I think I'm like functionally depressed. And then one couple who are now, lo and behold, Jesse and Michelle. They're separated already post the show, but like I just feel like when was the last time there was a show about couples struggling?
Young couple. Well, I'm assuming they're kind of on the younger shot.
Yes,
youngest.
I mean,
and they have houses.
No, the
and
men 40, but
Well,
remember, people are having kids later.
Absolutely.
But
right.
These girls are like, or Brittany was like, I haven't slept with Jackson 2 months.
Not easy.
And to find the time, or you're too tired, or this or that. And I was like, no, I worked on a show on TLC called Rattled about couples pregnant, having the baby, and like the beginning. But that felt more like
Staged.
Not staged. I mean, I had like a mic thrown at me because of the baby daddy. Let's not forget, because he took a paternity test and I got pulled off the show. Okay. You remember this?
I don't. I'm sorry. I can't remember everything.
Right.
That
This
you've
was like
gone
the
through.
first time like a mic was like thrown and he was like,
Wow.
bye. And then he blocked me. It was the first time I was ever blocked in my life. It was so hard because I kept texting him like, I'm coming to LA. Let's set filming up. And he never responded. And the baby
Now I
mama,
remember that.
the baby
Right.
mama said he blocked you. And I was
Right.
like, I didn't even know that was possible.
Well, it obviously is.
Jesus
Anyway.
Christ. So I just fully have a new found love for the Valley because
appreciation.
an appreciation because I think it's really showing like what young couples go through.
Not even young 20s. They're like in their late
And
30s,
you're
early
right.
40s.
They're
It's
not young. They're young.
not
You're right. It's not their age. I'm saying
Right.
young in their relationship.
Right. Starting out.
And how hard it is
Yes.
to have a kid
Right.
and be in the relationship and
It is
and
hard.
what kids do to the marriage.
yes. Not you know.
And out of all these couples, 2 of them are now separated. Oh. So I wonder, and the show's doing so well. So I'm curious how it does for the next season. 'Cause
I understand
know-
that. I get
Yeah.
it. I mean, and everybody has to work now. I mean, I was lucky when you and Craig, obviously, I didn't have to work. So it was
Right.
me being, the mommy and taking care of everything and daddy being, I never even asked him to change a diaper because my job was taking care of the children and his job was working.
It's like, it's as if you were in the 1950s. This wasn't even the 50s.
Well,
this was the 80s.
It was the 70s to the 80s.
Right,
Yes. I
right.
mean, it didn't,
It's so different
And most
now.
of my friends did the same thing. There are very few had to work at that point. I mean, I did go back to work when you guys were older, but I was lucky. Not
Yeah.
everybody has that
the
luxury.
cost of living is so
Crazy.
insane right now.
Right. I mean, my house compared to what your house cost at the time.
Right.
is
Tell us
insane.
all. first of all, what was your interest rate? And how much did you pay for your house?
Okay, my house, if I remember.
And what year was it? It was 70?
Well, Craig was born in 75, so we must have bought it in 78.
Okay. Interest
And
rate?
the house, I think the interest rate at the time was 8 something.
Which is wild because that's so high.
That is high. However,
the house
was $52,000.
Was it 52? I thought it was less. Okay.
Well, it was like 50 or 50. I mean, I don't remember. It was like
wild?
really nothing. And our mortgage was like 400 and change.
What?
That's with the taxes.
$400?
Yeah. It was like nothing.
That's wild.
And we didn't have credit cards. We had one credit card. We just didn't. It was a different life.
Right.
It was a different life. There were no new cars. There were no Mercedes. There were no any of that. It just wasn't like that. It was just so different. And I think a lot easier.
You know what's funny? I was thinking everything is harder now, and also I think the internet and social media is
that's
making
a whole
everything
other,
harder.
Yeah, that's awful.
Life is
That's
harder.
awful. Our cars were used cars. They were not brand new. Daddy had a junk box to go to the station. It was just so different. It was so different. And I remember joining a beach club, which was not even a fancy. It was Nassau Beach. It was Nickerson, and it was like $300. It was nothing. You know.
And now that beach club is probably $7,000 for the summer. So back to the valley. One of the couples, they live right by the chateau, and the husband's like,
that's an expensive area.
I know. He's like, I don't want to live in the valley. It's way too hot. Because they all live in the valley, but this one couple who's now separated. And Jesse's like, she leaves, she walks over to the chateau, and she hangs out with the director. She's constantly hanging out with their director, and they bleeped his name. Okay.
yeah.
And the internet is like,
A buzz.
who's the director? So there's a rumor. Is it Quentin Tarantino or is it Michael Bay?
God.
Yeah, shade. So I think she cheated on him with the
Whatever.
director, but he was a piece of shit. Me and Casey binged last night and this morning. We finished, and I'm so happy we did. We finished Curb Your Enthusiasm. And I got to tell you, the last 3 episodes were hilarious. The star power was amazing. Conan O'Brien, Bruce Springsteen, Tracy Ullman. Like, it was
Wow,
great.
that's
Jerry Seinfeld. And the finale. What?
Yes.
Felicia's pointing her finger. What? Do you want to say?
You know, Jerry's got a new show coming out, new movie.
Mom,
I
we
can't
discussed
wait.
this on the podcast. We discussed
we
it,
did?
and I think it got edited out. Frosted with Amy Schumer.
I have that checked off to watch.
great. I can't wait. We'll
and
discuss it.
Yeah, I
We'll
can't
discuss
wait.
it. It's about
looks
Pop-Tarts.
So, yes. It looks so
We
good.
discussed this, and when I told you, you were like, you
cool
rolled
with
your
them.
eyes.
I know, but now
Now that everyone's talking about it.
No, they've been because he's been on a lot of
I know,
things and
he's promoting
it. Right. So it looks really, and everybody else who's on it.
I thought the Curb,
including Amy Schumer and everybody else is on it.
right, and Melissa McCarthy, right?
Right.
Yeah,
I love her.
All right, we'll watch that.
Yes.
But Curb finale. If you were a Seinfeld fan and you didn't finish out Curb, just watch the Curb finale because it's like an ode to the Seinfeld finale. They're very similar. They're very similar.
I didn't like the okay.
Nobody liked the Seinfeld finale.
Right.
So the whole
right.
point is, how can we make this better? And they talk about it. And I
Okay.
thought it was I LOL'd. Okay, I LOL'd, and I feel like
What does
that's,
that mean?
Are you shitting me?
Let's say that again.
LOL.
Oh, left out loud.
Very
I'm
good.
sorry. I thought you
It's
said.
okay.
I thought you said.
Give her a round of
something
applause.
else. Yay.
What did you think I said?
I thought you said LOL. So I didn't. Know,
I LOL.
Oh, all right.
I laughed out loud.
Right. Okay.
I also started. Only 2 episodes are out, I think. Under the Bridge on Hulu.
Oh, I'm hesitant. It looks very
Well, it's a
depressing.
true story.
I know that.
And it takes place in British Columbia, which is Canada.
Yes, and who's in it? Lily
Gladstone, who plays like the butchy cop.
Right.
And Riley Koff, who I love. And I love her from Daisy Jones. And now I feel like, okay, she is a good actress because I'm not seeing Daisy. I'm not seeing Daisy Jones. I like it. It's
You
also
do.
like a mystery.
Yes, I know it's a mystery. Okay.
I'm in.
It's not depressing or anything? Is it? Not yet.
Not yet.
I hate
but I
depressing
am
stuff.
getting, and maybe it's because of Lily Gladstone, but when I watch it, and it's the lighting is kind of dark, and I just see Lily Gladstone, I think True Detective.
Oh, I knew you were going to say that.
It's so weird.
So when I see the darkness, I was
think
like,
True
it's
Detective.
so hard to watch the darkness. Okay.
I don't know why. It's
The
so
lighting,
weird. Lily
the-
Gladstone could have been in True Detective.
And she could
She could have been. So I'm going to stick with Under the Bridge.
Okay.
Okay.
And what else did we watch this week?
Stand by for Uncut. We're going into the raw. I begged Felicia. I begged her to hop on the wagon with me and watch the Grand Cayman, Secrets of Paradise, and what happened.
I said it was shitty, and I could not watch it at all.
It was on Hulu.
Yes.
You found it.
Yes.
And it's with Armie Hammer's ex-wife. How far into it did you get?
20 minutes. I went, done. I can't watch these people. I just cannot watch these women, and I just cannot watch it.
This felt more aggressively like, let's make a reality show.
Yeah.
But I will give them this. Now, I always say to people when they say, oh, I have an idea for a reality show, la, 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 la. When you're in development, the key is, and it's why Vanderpump Rules succeeded so well, when that show got cast, they were a crew already.
Okay.
This one was hooking up with this one. And when you're in development, a little production, lingo, you're literally making, instead of a family tree, a character tree. You have one character and the lines, how they
all
hook
connected,
up,
how they all
who fuck
connected.
who,
Right.
who lives next door to who was a roommate, who's best friend. And this show, I sense that a lot of them know each other. Okay? Now, if you finished it to the end, you'd see the credits.
No. Oh, and?
Hammer's wife is a producer.
Well, of course. Otherwise, how else would she get on?
And Selena how else would she get on?
No, how else? No,
She's the only one who should be on. And the Victoria's Secret supermodel, who doesn't seem like she fits in, is also a producer, but not executive producer. So, and by the way, very, very, very rare for a reality show character.
First season,
right. Unheard of.
Right.
And I bet you they're not EPs, they're producers. So I am trying to do some digging on like, what did that entail? Like, but Selena Ebanks seems like she doesn't really belong in this crew. I don't know. Something.
Can't watch it. Sorry. Sorry.
I asked you to stop saying that.
I'm sorry.
Stop saying that. Jesus
now,
Christ.
what is the Prime movie that we're watching?
What is the Prime movie?
It's not Prime. It's on Hulu.
What is the Hulu movie we're watching?
About
the fashion line?
No, the Holocaust.
Mom, it's not a movie.
Well, it's a
series called We Are the Lucky Ones.
Oh my God. It's so good.
And this show, we've discussed.
Yes.
But
they're dropping one show a week now.
I know. This is a hard show to watch.
Yes.
My friend said her sister had to shut it off during the episode 4 when Fefe runs. This is hard.
It's a hard watch. But I find anything with the Holocaust a hard watch. But this is so good
because really crazy.
They're showing about a family and how they all get obviously separated during the war and how they're all trying to survive. And
also,
I loved it.
Super interesting. Like at one point, they didn't. It was like news when they were like, "Oh, we hear they're doing gas chambers," and it's like,
yeah, they didn't. Yeah, nobody, because it's so. You don't even think about how human beings could be so awful and evil and disgusting, and that's what it was.
But what's for me as somebody who we learn this, but like to see it play out,
it's
and to see them understand that.
Horrifying.
Kind of makes me want to like read the book and like I don't know.
They say the book was terrific.
Who's they?
Well, my friends. My friends who read. Apparently, I'm not a person who reads, so watching this was terrific.
It's really great.
It's really great. It really is.
I don't know how many episodes are left.
I don't know if it's 8 or 10.
But we all know the title of it, and we all know that they're going to hopefully all find each other and be okay.
Right. But it's amazing to watch each character going through what they're going through.
And so different. They're all going through such different things.
It's such a great show. It really is. And
are all your Yentas in Plainview watching it?
I don't know because not everybody has all the streaming services that I have. No, they don't.
Their grandchildren are not setting them up. Their children.
Marni, you think everybody's coming over to hook them up?
I feel bad for them.
I know.
I'm going to come over. Hold on. To Plainview. You know what? I'm off. We're off this week.
Judy needs your help.
Is she in town for Passover?
Yeah, she's back.
She's back?
She's back.
Let's make a trip.
She will pay you.
You've said this every week. Let's go.
Oh, I just have to tell her, and she'll be thrilled.
All right. Yes. Casey, I'm going to leave Lennon here maybe Wednesday, Thursday, and I'll come out.
All right. She's 7 minutes away from me.
Copy. I'll make that work. Now, a documentary that I asked Felicia to watch, and she watched it. It was on Max, Brandy Helville, about the Brandy Melville fashion line. Let's discuss.
I never heard of that.
Because you don't have a teenage daughter.
Anymore. Right.
I missed that. Thank God.
Thank God. We both say thank
God.
So those are throwaway. You know how I always have. I have throwaway clothes.
I did not. No, Mom, I never heard you say I have throwaway clothes, but I never heard this term.
The Gap was always throwaway.
I never heard this term fast fashion.
I never heard that either.
I found this documentary totally
fascinating.
Totally worth the watch. Now,
yes.
Did you pick up on this? one of the women journalists, one of the talking heads.
Yes.
I was like, this woman looks so familiar to me. Her name is Kate Taylor. And she was one of the journalists also in Quiet on the Set. I was like, oh, she's making her rounds.
Good for her.
She's making her rounds. But
very fascinating, very interesting, especially when they talk about what I found really depressing, all the stuff that's left over or thrown out, what you do with it, and how. It
was like a 2-parter, very layered documentary about how all these clothes get
where
shipped
they go
to like Africa.
Is it Africa? Someplace in Africa.
Why are you looking at Casey?
No, because I know he's going to look it up.
I know he's not. He doesn't even know what to look up.
Anyway, it was amazing and awful.
I thought you were going to tell me you hated this. And
no,
you don't
I loved it. I loved it.
Wow.
And these
men.
Guys
So I always heard of this brand. I always saw the stores.
You?
Yes.
Oh.
I never was.
Obviously, you were too old.
Do you remember there was a store in New York City that we used to go to? I want to say it was called like LDT. And it was also like you walked in, it was just piles and piles of clothes, and you'd have to like search for your size. No, at this point there is no size, but
obviously,
but it reminded me of that.
I used to say because their thing was one size fits all, and I used to say bullshit.
So fucked
one
up.
Size fits all. Who believes that? That's ridiculous. And because now the Instagram and all the social media has blown them up. And I think they're still a bit. Are they still
Mom,
in
I
business?
literally saw the store like a month ago in Union Square.
Really?
They're still, and a documentary aired where it's like, this is still in business.
Wow.
I think this is totally worth the watch.
Yes.
Even if like you don't have a daughter or you don't wear the clothes, it's just an
or
interesting.
you have a teenage granddaughter.
Right. But it's just an interesting take on fashion.
Right.
And how
the turnover.
So what I was going to say was I had no idea that Brandy Melville wasn't like a woman. That it was just run by fucking foreign men.
Two guys who are such.
But what was crazy is,
God.
Remember in the beginning of that documentary, they said some people don't want to be revealed, so they're using actors. I think the foreign dudes were the actors when they had their faces totally blurred.
Yeah, I couldn't. Yeah,
they had their faces blurred.
Right. And they're all over the world, right?
Huge in Canada.
Yes,
huge. And the owner was just like, text me pictures of this girl, and like, I want to see what these people look like. Had nothing to do with how they
nothing. And
how
they sounded
worked.
very bigoted, also
anti-Semitic, all of it,
the whole thing,
racist,
awful. Why they're still in business is shocking.
It's so crazy.
And hopefully, after this documentary and more people see it, it will affect them.
I have a source who is around 13 years old in Boca, and she heard my podcast and she watched the documentary because she's a big fan of Brandy Melville. And I don't want to reveal her name just in case her mom wouldn't allow this, but I'm sure she would.
No, but don't do it.
But I said
to her, you're talking about that, but don't do it.
I said to her, and I hope you listen because you know who you are. I love you dearly. I said to her, "What did you think of the doc?" And she said, "I thought it was like super interesting." And I literally, my closet is full of Brandy Melville
really?
Tops. And I said, will you still wear it?
And she said,
yeah. And like all of her friends wear it. And all of her friends watched the doc. And she said she found the documentary scary.
Yes.
Because they didn't know.
Yeah.
But I'm telling you, this documentary is not going to hurt them.
No.
Because people watching it aren't the teenagers.
You're right.
We're watching it.
I'm glad she got to watch it.
I'm glad
she's a bright girl. And I think she got the message.
Yeah. So, also side note, I did watch on the plane Roadhouse, which I understood from my friend Andre, who said it was kind of ridiculous and funny, and it kind of was at parts funny.
I told you.
You never said funny.
Well,
it was so
like
ridiculous. It was so ridiculous.
It was enjoyable because who can't watch Jake all buffed up?
It was a wee ridic. But
it was no Patrick Swayze.
There were some great cinematic shots, though. I wrote down like the camera moves.
Yeah, you would know that.
I also watched Anyone But You with Sydney Sweeney.
I want to watch that,
Mom.
I know it's a shit movie.
The best part of this film for me
is
the credits.
God,
but Homeboy's hot.
Where is that on?
It's going to be out on. I watched it literally on the plane, but it's coming out on Netflix.
That's what I thought, and I have it checked off.
You know, it's like the rom-com. I remember going to the movie theater to see like Kate Hudson and like. How to Lose a Guy in 10 Days. Like, bring back the rom-com.
Let me just tell you.
I
I saw that Bob Marley movie in the movies like a few weeks ago, last month, and now it's out on Prime.
I know.
And my thought is, I don't have to go to the movies anymore.
I know.
Why am I going? It's such a waste of money. Everything's out. Everything will eventually come out on
unless you want the movie experience. Like, I want to see the challengers in the movie because I don't want it to be ruined for me, and I just want to be in the theater for that. with a fun crew of people.
I don't think I
but
care about that.
Anyone
anymore.
But You is a great plane movie. It's a great movie to watch at home.
It's a quickie.
It's a great film to watch
And it's
at
a
home.
movie, it's not episodic, which,
Yeah. An hour and a half.
Quick.
So, wow. Felicia, we got so much done. Wow. Did you watch anything else this week?
I don't think so. I didn't write anything down, which, me, I don't remember.
I think you need to get back to where you write stuff down.
I do. And
Will you do
apparently,
that?
everything sort of after a while blends into another.
Not if you write it down.
You're right. And I have to write it down.
I will say, sometimes I'm watching a show and I'm like, did this already happen? Or no, that was another show. Like, I do sometimes get it mixed up in my mind, but you have to write it down.
And then I have to remember where it's been played, which
I can help you with that.
And what day it dropped, what day it comes on, because
Well, that's the problem without the DVR.
Right,
without the
right.
TiVo.
It's really hard to remember for me.
It's hard.
Oh, TV watching, it's so hard.
Well, it sounds like all of life got harder since you've aged.
A lot more out there since I've aged.
Felicia.
Yes.
Bye, Felicia.
So Sunday night, I will be watching The Jinx about Robert Durst. That
I
comes
thought
out.
you watched all that.
The Jinx is coming back out.
But there's more?
Yes, there's like a part 2 coming out where, he confessed and Hot Mike.
Yeah.
That's going to be on Max. Apparently there's a Bon Jovi doc, I think, that comes out this week.
Well, that I would watch.
So we'll look into that. And then there's a movie coming out that I think I'm getting tickets for next Thursday because I'm going to be in Brooklyn in the city, The Challengers with Zendaya. And I cannot wait.
What is that about?
She's like a tennis pro, and she's with these 2 dudes.
Okay.
Love
Okay, I
triangle.
like her. She's great.
Fucking love her.
Yeah,
so,
she's great.
And by the way, Frosted comes out May 3rd.
Yes.
I have it on my to-do list.
Yes.
There's a lot. And you have to watch Hacks. Don't tell me there's nothing to watch.
You're right. No, wait.
Felicia, I have the best idea.
Is it out already?
Season 1 and 2 are out. Season
Yes.
3 is coming out May 2nd. Now listen to me, people. We are taking Felicia on a trip with Casey, me, and Lennon on Friday.
Oh.
We're flying to Michigan. We're going to record the podcast in Michigan.
Are we?
We are, because Dr. Emily, who we're staying with, wants us to record there.
Oh.
Felicia's mouth is dropped. And this is what we're going to do.
Okay.
I'm going to download season 1 for you on your fucking iPad.
No, I saw season 1.
You did?
I did.
Did you see season 2?
I think I saw part of it, and then I don't
Then
know
you're
what
going to
happened.
rewatch season 2.
Okay.
We're going to download it and start
Okay.
watching it on the plane.
Okay.
Because it is
that
one of
plane
the
ride,
best.
I know, but
I know
that
it's a minute and a
plane
half.
ride, yeah,
But
right.
you're in the airport.
Right, right.
Don't tell me there's nothing to watch this week. Please catch up on Hacks. Anybody who hasn't seen Hacks, watch it. It is such a great show.
So the new season, and where is it going to be on?
Max. And it comes out May 2nd.
Here's the problem.
Oh, God, here we go.
Max is just pissing me off. And I
Why?
said that before.
Why?
Because it was part of HBO, and I know there was a whole...
The merger. You're
yeah.
upset that
Yes.
90 Day Fiancé is also playing with Game of Thrones. On the
Is it
same
really? Oh, God.
Yeah, because it's now owns it's the merge.
I just...
It's
I
a
hate it.
lot.
I hate it.
Is it the interface? What is it
I
that
hate
you...
it because when Max first was announced, it was HBO Max.
I know.
And you if you had HBO, you got Max.
Right,
it was one thing.
Right.
And they hooked you in, and a year later or 2 years later, they separated, and now you have to pay for Max in addition to HBO.
By the way, I just got my bill for Max, $150 for the year. Felicia's face is like dropping.
I can't. I know. I'm.
It's 100.
I should, but I'm nervous about it.
You should what? You
I
have
should
a
cut
lot.
the cable. I know.
Oh.
That's what I mean.
You know what, Fel? I pay for all your streamers
well-
except for your Korean shit. Don't. If you're not comfortable, don't do it.
I'm not.
Okay,
Not
I'm
yet.
here to support you.
Okay.
I will stop by this week. We're gonna download Hacks. I'm telling you right now. Look me in the face. I'm not downloading any Korean shit for that plane ride.
No, I don't want you
will-
to. There's not enough time on the plane rides for me to watch it.
Hacks is like a quick 28, 30.
Yeah.
You could get through easily 4 episodes on a plane, a 2-hour flight.
Maybe.
Okay. So live from Michigan
Next week.
next weekend. But you guys, thank you. And listen, we're getting such great feedback from people that are listening. Please share this with people. Share it on your social. Follow me at Marni Jagger. And bye, Felicia.
Bye, Marni.
Bye, Felicia. Bye, Felicia.